On July 1, the Society of St. Pius X plans to consecrate 5 new bishops without papal mandate. The Vatican warns of automatic excommunication. But here's a question worth asking. How is this different from what happens in China? Since the 2018 provisional agreement between the Holy See and Beijing, bishops have been ordained in China without prior papal approval, and the Vatican quietly regularizes them afterward. Just last October, the agreement was extended for another 4 years. Same external act, completely different treatment. There is a crucial distinction to be drawn here. If a person steals an apple and is very wealthy, and another person steals an apple because he is starving, the act is the same, but one cannot say that the moral weight is the same. In China, the motivation is independence from Rome. The patriotic church was explicitly created to sever ties with the Vatican, yet the Holy See tolerates these ordinations because the pastoral stakes are enormous, millions of Chinese Catholics who would otherwise be cut off from the sacraments. The SSPX, by contrast, has always maintained it has no intention to separate from Rome. Their founder, Archbishop Lefebvre, repeatedly affirmed this. They contest the direction of the Church since Vatican II, but they pray for the Pope. They profess the Creed. They seek survival, not schism. The SSPX now serves more than 700,000 faithful with approximately 700 priests and nearly 200 seminarians. Their 2 remaining bishops, both aging, are stretched impossibly thin across confirmations and ordinations worldwide. Father Davide Pagliarani, the SSPX Superior General, sought an audience with Pope Leo last August. He received no reply. A second letter yielded a response that, in his words, does not at all respond to our requests. The situation is, as the Latin Mass Society noted in a joint statement with Una Voce International, creating an environment where the SSPX's state of emergency argument gains sympathy. Cardinal Sarah has spoken with anguish. How can we claim to lead souls to salvation by means other than those he himself has indicated to us? He warned that proceeding would tear the mystical body of Christ in an irreversible manner. Cardinal Mueller is equally firm. No Orthodox Catholic can invoke reasons of conscience if he withdraws from the formal authority of the Pope regarding the visible unity of the sacramental Church. And yet, in China, the Vatican bends over backward to maintain connection, allowing ordinations it doesn't approve, regularizing situations it can't control. The motivation is pastoral. Souls would otherwise be lost. The SSPX argues the same motivation. The hope is that the Pope's diplomacy, his personal diplomatic disposition as someone who seeks to mediate, will be applied to the SSPX situation. The Chinese agreement shows the Vatican can be flexible when souls are at stake. The question is whether that same flexibility will extend to traditionalist Catholics who, however irregularly, have kept the faith and simply want to pass it on. Cardinal Sarah insists that the best protection against error remains our canonical bond with the successor of Peter. But for the SSPX, that bond feels increasingly one-sided. They reach out, they receive no reply. They state their case, they get form letters. When the Pope can meet with Chinese officials and extend agreements with a government that actively persecutes the Church, why can't he meet with the head of a traditionalist society that prays for him daily? That's not a rhetorical question, it's a pastoral one, and on July 1, the answer may finally come.